Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I am doing the weekly reading for the collective. It is timeless in general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm going to get some prosperity dust on the table. And yeah, remember that whenever you catch this, it's for the coming week for you. And also keep in mind that I am tapping into energy. Everyone is on a different timeline, so this may not play out in this week. Yeah, so we got the prosperity coming in, and there's Redbeard, first one in. Hello, happy Sunday. I hope you're having a good one. All right, so I want to read from this little book called Think. There's the Broken Key Oracle. Good morning, Rebecca. Glad you made it. Oh, this one. If you are not rich, notice how you make yourself poor. If you are not rich, notice how you make yourself poor. This makes me think of, you know how sometimes when we're talking, we'll use the word poor, like, poor guy, like, anyway, I a while back, this is a few years ago, I decided I was going to do my very, very best to not use the word poor in my daily vocabulary, as much as I could possibly help it. And I've done pretty good overall. Um, and because it's that idea that our words have power, have impact. And so, there's a vibration, there's a literal vibration that comes with our words that is affecting our reality. So, um, it's one of the four agreements. Be impeccable with your word, which means remember that your words have power. And so, anyway, but then this goes beyond that. If you are not rich, notice how you make yourself poor. And so, this is thinking, these are all the little ways that I don't know, I'm not rich. And I can think of many ways in which I do things subconsciously, mostly subconsciously, or yeah, or have those little thoughts like, oh, it'd be nice, but there's kind of a wah wah energy. So there's something that's really looking at where you're feeling lack. And yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to do with money either. Being rich or poor it can happen in any area of your life. Your connections, your health, your, I don't know, mental clarity, emotional clarity. I mean, we really can apply this to anything. So, oh, Lioness Kitty Cat made it too. Good morning. Yay. Glad you guys are here. So yeah. So we've got an interesting theme going on here to begin. So let's get a couple of angel cards. Willingness. Oh yeah. This angel, I think this angel is like doing the dishes or cooking. Kind of looks like doing the dishes. Willingness to do the things that need to get done, even if we don't enjoy doing it. I'm pretty dang good at dishes, but cooking, yeah, that's where I really struggle. I need to manifest a personal chef in my life. I will do all the cleanup. Willingness. But in the meantime, yeah, I still have to deal with cooking occasionally. Oh, and we've got freedom. This card came up I did the Sagittarius birthday bonus reading yesterday. And this card is so great because the angel is hanging out in its birthday suit. Do angels have birthdays? Who knows? Come on, camera. Anyway, I don't know. Freedom to let it all hang out, to be able to on getting be authentic. There's a willingness that comes along with being authentic as well. When you're willing to lay yourself bare, um, that there's a certain amount of freedom that comes with that. It feels good to just, here I am, take me or leave me. um, and something about feeling connected to nature. I'm pretty sure we are the only creature on the planet, species, I don't know, that covers ourselves with things, cover our body. So I don't know. There's it's something about a willingness to expose yourself. Do it respectfully though. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the wisdom of the oracle. Oh, have a great day, lioness kitty cat. Yes, be a good little kitten. We've got a change in the wind in reverse, number 12. Round and round, 25. Peace in reverse, 23. Okay, so there's some kind of cycle around resistance. Let's see, how do I say this? Like cycle, it's like you're resistant to a cycle that you continue to find yourself on. And it's not even necessarily a terrible cycle, but it could have to do with, let's say, a scarcity mindset, lack mentality, where if you're not rich, how or where are you keeping yourself poor? That idea. Um, because there's something that's happening that is out of your control. And what you are being called to do is to tap into that place within yourself that knows that all is well. Always, always. It's that place you can go where you can truly just be yourself, be free. And there's a need to cultivate that because there's something about feeling like you're getting derailed. Again, because round and round is upright, this isn't like it's not the merry-go-round from hell. It's not really that big of a deal. I think it's more of like noticing patterns, noticing how certain cycles continue to play out for good or not so good. And this could okay, so remember everyone's on a different timeline, like I was saying. So this I could be speaking to something that already happened in the past or also something that's coming. But um well, anyway. You know your story applies apply it as it fits. And there's the sun, always the sun. Okay, so yes, we're gonna go with heart's hidden secrets. Divine feminine, yin and feminine energy. Now, keep in mind, we all have feminine and masculine within us. That feminine energy tends to be the softer, more receptive kind of energy. The receiving, it's the part that hangs out to receive, doesn't take action to go and get. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. There is an opportunity here. There's a second chance for something, for someone, either with someone in their divine feminine energy or for someone in that energy. Chasing, pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. Yeah, see, the divine feminine is hanging out, just receiving. And someone is coming. There's something or someone coming in. There's chasing and hot pursuit. Someone wanting to make amends, whether that's you with someone or someone with you. Hot pursuit. I mean, oh yeah. And it doesn't necessarily, it's not even necessarily a person, like, because we have opportunity here. It's like resilience. There's there's an opportunity. There, there's a opportunity to be open and willing to go after something, or to you're encountering a situation that is calling you to be resilient. Maybe there's it's something that's out of your control, possibly. Some kind of change that you're somewhat resistant to. Whatever this is, an opportunity, someone wanting to make amends, or you feeling like you need to be the one to step up to, apologize or whatever. And there's, yeah, second chance. This this aligns with this round and round. Something's coming back around, or someone is. And this could be a little bit of a shakeup. You might not necessarily be welcome to this idea, or it's just that kind of thing where it's something you're not expecting, and it coming in kind of, it sends you into shock, or it's some kind of shakeup where you're like, I don't know how to feel about this. I feel kind of like discombobulated because of this. It's not even necessarily bad. It's just you're needing to, or did need to, find your center, find your peaceful place to just kind of absorb what all is happening here, or is going to happen, has happened. Let me go with the Osho Zen Tarot. And there's Linda, our steamy Linda. Good morning. Mind. Yeah, this is the Knight of Clouds. The Fool, Aries energy. Oh, and we also have air signs. Whatever those are. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And morality. Wah wah. We got the Queen of Clouds. Oh goodness. There is definitely resistance here. There's big resistance. Big resistance to either you wanting to take a leap of faith, or someone wanting to do this towards you. And there's all this confusion. This is analysis paralysis. This is like just everything's on fire, and this is that discombobulated energy. And it's so interesting because, the Fool is this like, okay, let's just go for it. Let's just, this feels like that second chance, that opportunity, wanting to jump, um, take that risk. But then this energy comes in and is like, this is that wah wah energy. It's just kind of like, oh, this is a big wet blanket. This morality, this is like putting restrictions on freedom somehow. And this could be what you are bumping up against within yourself. This can be where, could be where you're like, okay, I'm ready to take a risk. I'm ready to jump. And then you have somebody who's like, that doesn't align with, what we should be doing. There's a lot of shoulding here, shitting on someone. um, and it's a very constricted energy. It's like I recently had a conversation with a friend about the idea of truth recently, yesterday, in fact, and how I've kind of talked about truth a bit on my channel before, but she really, and the fact is, we all have our own truth, and that is what's true for us. And with the idea or understanding that we are creating our own reality, and also we are a part of this reality that we are creating. It's kind of a dance. And so, like, we bump up against others who have different truths because they've had different experiences. They're seeing things through a different lens. And it doesn't make anybody right or wrong. It's just a different perspective. But people get really freaked out when they encounter someone else with a very different truth from theirs. And then there ends up being this, like, no, my way is better. And it kind of overrides this feeling. This is that feeling, free to be me. um I'm not totally sure. I don't know, maybe you know how this applies to you somehow, and maybe it'll come out more as I pull some cards. I need to get some cards from the Elemental Oracle. Um but there's yes, this very wet blanket energy, and maybe that's a part of why you need to find your inner peace. Find that place where you can just kind of like lean back and go, okay, there's chaos, there's something happening here, but I know that there is an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to learn something new about myself, about, ultimately finding that happy place within me that is, unflappable. So, okay, so we have atoms and building, number 40. Gravity and groundedness, 39. Which breaks down to a 12, same as winds of change here. Sorry, a change in the wind. um, Hang on, let me get one more. Rain and fecundity, one of my favorite words. It always makes me giggle, and it simply means fruition. 35. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so talking about gravity and groundedness, this is this has to do with this resistance to change. You're needing to, or have needed to, find your center within chaos somehow, within a storm. Um, and the butterflies are lifting her up. So it's like, there's this transformational energy that is coming in, but you have some kind of resistance to it. You're like, no, I don't want this change. This feels sad. There's sadness or grief, or like, maybe there's even apathy, like, because of the way that she's sitting here. And there's all these witnesses, all these animals are surrounding her and looking at her. I almost feel like, this is like the cheerleading squad. It's like, come on, get up, get up. And then the butterflies are like, okay, we need to bring in the big guns. Like, we really need to, like, offer some physical assistance to get her up so she's like able to, I don't know. Yeah, it's something about overcoming that resistance. So anyway, we have this building in atoms. There's building something new, having some kind of new beginning. And, this breaks down to a four. Four is about structure, stability, creating a new foundation that it's somehow transforming a situation or something in your life that was not stable. Maybe it became stable, or you just were having trouble finding your footing in the first place, which possibly caused this feeling of like, ugh. Um, but then this rain comes in, and with it brings new growth. This is a part of that transformation. And it's interesting because I noticed this the other day. She's got her arms crossed or across her heart. And so there's something about um here she's all curled up basically in the fetal position. And that is also kind of there's heart protection happening here. That's a part of why I think there's resistance to a second chance. Maybe because there has been some kind of heartbreak, but you're being called to be willing to open your heart to let the rain wash away the pain. I don't know. um Ultimately, maybe there's an understanding that the tears, the grief, whatever, even the apathy, somehow shaking that up is going to help bring in new growth. that, that is essentially what you want. So I want to get some cards. This is another new deck that I got, uh, belated birthday deck, which is called Wisdom of the House of Night. It's a very cool deck. They're very sticky though. Movement 29. Okay. Movement and belonging, House of Night 41. Belonging, and oh, look at that. And then so 41 and 23 both break down to a 5. So there's something about finding that sense of belonging within yourself, even when you may not feel like you belong um, in a situation out in the world somehow. Even though there's something, I mean, this could even be like something about your home is like your sanctuary. I just did a reading for someone where this came up. It's the house of night. This is where you feel safe when things are darkest. This is that place inside that you can retreat to, where you can find that, always go and access that inner peace despite whatever's going on. And vision, Aphrodite. 8. It makes me think of that song, She's So High Above Me. It makes me think of this. This is Aphrodite is kind of that divine feminine energy, right? Belonging. Okay, vision. Oh, and we see this light shining at the heart chakra. And she's hanging out at night. There's a giant moon right there. This almost looks like sunset. Twilight. Um, there's movement toward accessing the shadow realm. it's like it's exploring a new sense of belonging within yourself, having a newfound vision about the divine feminine within yourself. Again, we all have it, in relation to someone else. And if you identify as the divine masculine, there's a feminine here who is kind of that. I just got gatekeeper, like from Ghostbusters. Someone's the key master and someone's the gatekeeper. um, but there's this new vision. But I'm really feeling like a part of this has to do with you opening your heart, you being getting into a receptive energy where you were closed off before. Oh, because of some moralistic thinking that outdated or that was keeping you separate or closed off somehow from being able to truly see. There's no eyes. The eyes are completely covered here. I mean, that whole part of the head is gone. So it's like not even thinking. It's just, no, this is how it's always been. This is how we do it, rather than really like being thoughtful about, well, why? Why is it done that way? Does that even work anymore? I don't know. And that is that closed off energy. And so there's something about opening up, potentially to or with somebody who is in their in this divine feminine energy. Maybe someone is being like a can't think of like a way shower guide. They're leading by example, and just being in their energy is affecting your energy. It's helping you anyway. So I need to get some cards from guides of no gateway of light activation. Akashic Stargate. Oh my gosh. Literally just talked about Akashic Records like moments before starting this reading. Aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Mm. Getting into alignment, that's a part of this heart opening. That is where this freedom is coming from. When you're willing to open your heart, it's like opening a portal somehow. Many portals. There's no you can't get it wrong here. There's just things to things to explore ultimately. Halls of Amenti initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. No matter what door you go through, you're uncovering treasures. It's just a part of it. This is where we had that quote in the beginning. If you're not rich, where are you making yourself poor or how? I forget. But um this is recognizing and changing how you're making yourself poor. Yeah, that's what that energy is. Keeps you held back. And covering up, holding back, and there's a big hollow place in this the whole lower part of the tree that she is, which is all about stability and creativity and personal power. Like all of those things, those first three chakras are all very have taken a big hit. And so that's a part of what is being worked on, rebuilt, worked with. That's a part of this belonging, working on in your sanctuary. And that's what's helping you to heal your heart. And then it's like, and then portals open up. Um, Going through some kind of initiation. Yeah, there are these secrets that are being revealed, secrets of the cosmos. Yeah. Feels very expansive, very exciting. Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Yeah, there's huge progress here. I don't know. Maybe technology is playing a big part in the treasures you're uncovering, whatever that means. Crystal Castle. Yeah, the spiritual acceleration. Once you get yourself back into alignment, once you're willing to do the work that needs to get done and get yourself into alignment, it opens up all these possibilities. And then this spiritual acceleration is just, it's like this movement. You start out walking, but you very quickly end up galloping. I need to get some cards from the Radical Abundance deck. Ooh, Girl Wake Up podcast is here. Hello. Thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. Companionships. Yeah, see, okay. hmm There's there is some connection here with someone else. Safety. Someone you feel safe with. And there's a belonging here in this connection as well. It's a feeling safe to open your heart. Someone is providing this. It is that heart to heart connection. That idea of there's a name for it. It's like energetic resonance or something. When you have two things that are resonating at different frequencies, eventually they're going to align and be resonating together. And that's a part of this, whatever this companionship is. That's kind of what's happening. It's like someone is helping someone else to raise their frequency. And it's a very safe place. You get crazy eyes. I got all this power. See, and this progress that's coming. This is a part of the secrets that are being revealed, is like you're coming into all this power, and it's a very heady feeling. It's like, oh my God, I have, this is like, 5 cups of coffee. Just like, I have so much energy. Where am I going to go? It makes me. I'm picturing like in cartoons, when they start running, but they haven't gone anywhere yet, but their legs are spinning. That's kind of what this feels like. It's like the momentum is building, and you have so much power that like you're just gonna peel out like real fast, but like it's so fast, like you can't even get going at first. But then once you do, it's like turbo boost. Oh my God, this is amazing. And this feeling, and like this is to be accessing this feeling of power, because I feel like there was, this mind, this is really a lack of power. This is where you can't focus. You can't get your mind, all the parts of your mind focused on one thing. It's just all chaos. But once you get your head and your heart aligned somehow through some kind of connection with someone else, it's like, oh my God, okay. You're like formidable, unstoppable in the best way possible, because you feel safe. You feel free to be yourself, free to be who you are. And someone just loves that about you. So, all right, well, I don't want to stop. Do. Is there anything else? I feel like there's something else that wants to come out before I close out. Kind of feeling the spirit animal oracle. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Number 31. Interesting too, because that breaks down to a 4, and so does atoms in building. Typically, when we're building something new, we need to let go of the old. We need to let go of what isn't going to be a part of what we're building. It's extraneous. It's not necessary. No point in keeping stuff around that you don't need. Time to let go of whatever this is, that wet blanket, whether that's in your own thinking, that's someone else. I mean, technically speaking, our world outside of us is a reflection of our own selves. So if there's someone else who is throwing their truth at you, their morality, somehow that's reflecting something back at you that's going on within you. Not calling anyone out. This is more just like recognizing, oh, okay, like what's happening here? Oh, how can I fix that in myself? There's a really great story. Can't remember where I heard it. I read it in a book, and it's about, apparently it's a true story, and it's about a guy who was in charge of a mental asylum. He started working there. And these are people like, and it was like a one of those like high risk, like super volatile, like this was like the maximum security end of things. And so this guy comes in, he's the director or whatever, and gradually over time, and I don't remember what the amount of time was, his patients started to heal, like be come back to like what we consider normal. They weren't like out of control, madness, all the things. And to the point where they were able to be released. And he came to the point where, like, it got to the point where his entire ward was, they had all overcome whatever was going on and were able to be like released back out into the general public, out into the wild. But and he was asked about this, like, how did this happen? How is this even possible? And he said that he would spend time in his office, not even working with these people, um, healing that part of himself. And apparently, like, I don't know the whole story, but somehow, like, I think he stopped doing this at a certain point. Because he was like, I mean, he could have just kept doing it ad nauseum. The world would have been better for it, but probably he had other things to move on to. But um, it really speaks to that idea that if when we work on healing ourselves, even if this is just an allegory, it still applies. When we work on whatever is disruptive, funky, whatever within ourselves, we will see a change in our outer reality. Anyway, horse spirit, freedom is yours. Oh my God. Yes, freedom is yours. This movement, the horse, freedom to run, to gallop, or to walk as you prefer. It's all up to you. You get to set the pace and take many breaks if you want. 33. Just checking my numbers here. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. 57, which breaks down to a 12. Believe in yourself. Believe that whatever change is happening, whatever you feel resistance to, you can handle it. You're resilient. You're learning how to be resilient, right? Through difficulties. I have to share this. I was listening to a reading not too long ago, and the reader said something about squirrels. I don't know. When you see a squirrel, something you're gonna this is gonna be your sign. And I remember thinking that's funny, squirrel. Like, y- we hear people say, squirrel. But I wonder how that'll show up for me if it does at all. So like, I swear it was the next day. I'm driving, and there was a truck in front of me with the license plate that said squirrel. I was just like, oh my God. So maybe there's something about a squirrel for you as well, in a way you do not expect. That's a part of yeah, anyway, believe in yourself. That's a part of the change. And squirrel has the acorns here. It's like preparation. Believe that you are able to prepare for the next phase. You're able to collect the things you need to build upon, to nourish yourself as you build. Okay, I like it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna finish with a chakra card. Heart chakra, compassion. There it is. I see all things through eyes of love in my heart. And yeah, see, you can't see through eyes of love in your heart when your arms are crossed. Can't, yeah, there's nothing, there's no seeing. I see all things through eyes of love in my heart. I find compassion and understanding for those who are struggling and misaligned with themselves, their higher wisdom and purpose. That's a part of this. That's a part of what you are transforming in yourself, transmuting, um, learning to have compassion for yourself is helping you to have compassion for others and compassion and understanding. And that's where the healing happens. And it's essentially recognizing that other people have their truths and being okay with it, allowing it. I am kind and compassionate with myself and others and forgive myself for my judgments. Yeah, because we do. We have our judgments. It is a part of our human makeup. Um, and I think this is kind of you're in the process of learning how to be discerning versus judgmental. Judgmental is this energy, whereas discerning is it's more of a it's knowing how it's setting your boundaries and knowing what am I trying to say? Yeah, it's not judging others because they don't fit your concept of things. It's recognizing that everyone else has their truth, but also having the ability to say, okay, I have certain I can have compassion without giving away my power. That's where this compassion comes in. This forgiveness of the self for the times when you did give away your power. It's all part of the dance. It's all part of the lessons and the growth. Which is, in my opinion, that's why we're here. That's the point of all of this. So Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Bye.